Hello there, everybody. Welcome. How's everybody doing tonight? Nice to see everybody. So let's see who we got here, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Denise. Gary Spikes. Gene Hudson. Dirt Road. Bigfoot. Nice to have you on the show. Rosemary. And a little twisted here. Every time I think that, I think about that full twisted tea. But hello, Julianne.
Yes, I had the exact same thought.
Right? It's like, huh?
The exact
Yeah.
same thought.
So, welcome everybody to the show, and nice to see everybody. Julianne, don't forget to send me your information for tomorrow's show. Angela, how are you doing?
Doing really well. Been working on quite a few paintings, working on two paintings about at the same time, and sometimes three. So I'm doing a lot of artwork, and people are definitely loving them. I've got one that I'm doing that's based on my topa, and of course, as a topa is an entity that you create out of your own psychic ability.
Right, that is correct.
And I did that when I was 4 years old, unbeknownst to me that I created him because we were on an airplane. The airplane on my first plane ride lost engine power, and we were diving straight down to the ground. And I really needed a friend at that point. And I could hear him trying to restart the engine. When they finally got the engines restarted, we went straight up like a rocket. It was scary. And I had my teddy bear with me, and I really needed a friend
Wow.
at that point. And he's been manifesting paranormal activity. He can speak through a spirit box and a ghost box, and he can move objects. He can touch you. He can move around. He can speak out loud. He has no electronics in him. And last night it was really funny. I had the Paravox on, and I can always recognize his voice. And he said, "I miss you. Pet me, please. Come pet me, please." So I went over and I just rubbed his little ears, and then I rubbed my little teddy bear ears. And he said, "Thank you." Clearly on the
Wow.
Paravox.
That's fascinating, right? So yeah, it's pretty impressive. Hello, Scott M. Nice to see you there, Crystal, everybody. But yeah, that would kind of freak me out a little bit. All right, a little twisted. I definitely agree with that. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, with Angela, you can actually contact her on Facebook. Here's her information there. It's Facebook, Angela Bowley, psychic portrait artist. And her email for the audio listeners is supersquirrel@gmail.com. It was funny because I thought she was punking me out, ladies and gentlemen. When I asked for email, she's like, "Hey, super squirrel." And I'm like, really? Place, squirrel. That's what I thought she was doing.
But you remember the Rocky Bullwinkle show, right?
Yeah, right. I'm like, Angela, are you punking me out? She starts laughing. She's like, no. And I'm like, Angela? But anyways, I really did. I thought she was punking me.
Yeah,
a little twist. I think she's making me some tea. This tea that she makes is just with honey and lemon and just this unbelievable. But she's got me on I cannot drink my usual beverages. So she makes me drink tea to get my caffeine. I need a reading. All right, Rosemary, I got you. So I'm sitting here and I was doing the dishes before the show. Remember the 3 hour difference. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, snap. And I know I want to grab me a Mountain Dew, but I know she's going to be like, no. So, all right, Julianne, I got you down too. I don't know if she even saw my message or not, but yeah. But Mr. Athens will be at the conference 27. Awesome. She's putting on her. You know what, Amy? If you knew what Ane does, it would make you blush. Yes, Liana, I've got you in line, dear. Hey, Jason, welcome to the show. Nice to see you. It's some kind of breakfast tea blend, which I'm very fond of. And with the lemon and real honey, it's just like,
Oh, that's the black tea, because I really like the breakfast tea. They say black tea, and I like Earl Grey, and I like oolong tea. It's a Chinese tea. It's really, really dark, and it's like a black tea and green tea together. I love ginger though. Ginger's my favorite. There's a ginger peach tea that I absolutely love. I have that. It's so good.
Yeah, Penny Bandit's actually in a bag. Now, I'll tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not have ever tried, something I'm a big fan of is bay leaf tea with honey.
Ooh, oh yeah.
I buy the bay leaf fresh, and it's dried when I'm done with it, and because it lasts forever as long as it's vacuum sealed. And you drop a couple of bay leaf teas in a coffee cup, it's got a lot of, I'm not a PhD, MD, or anything like that, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm not trying to say, but to me, it gives me a lot of energy and so forth. Welcome, War Criminal. So, yeah, very interesting.
Yerba mates are a really good one, too. That's a great caffeinated herbal tea.
No, it is. But if you don't know the benefits of bay leaf, I love to cook with bay leaves. I love to do that with my chicken noodle soup, homemade, and other stuff, chicken broth, bone broth. Gene says I use my bay leaves and cover boards to keep out bugs near. Gene, shut the front door.
All right, I use peppermint oil. We use peppermint oil to keep the mice out and keep mice out of the car from chewing the wires and things. Use peppermint oil. And you put a drop of peppermint in a cotton ball, and put it under the hood of your car. Mice don't come anywhere near it.
War Criminal, I have drove by there so many times on that train trestle. Actually, I'm going to go try to film some of it in the fall. However, I'm going to use what you know that I know that you do that I do as a benefit to get down there to do some filming. So I'm going to reach out to some of my metro connections of Louisville, so I don't go to jail. So I'm going to have hopefully some extra spurts of that. So that's interesting. You brought that up, War Criminal. If you like to participate in that or not, let me know. Peppermint oil is spider repellent too. Yes. Very, very firm believer in that. So yes. So I'm actually working on a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen, and we're working on a lot of other shows. We're adding to their network, into our platform. We got talent that's here. Enbull, I was telling Angela for the show, she has her own show now on her platform. So it's going to be interesting to see this talent and everybody's difference with their abilities. Enbull is going to do a lot of things differently than what we have on. She's going to bring in another history from her side of the country. And yes, please do, War Criminal. So, but there's a lot of good things in the works. Anna and myself are working on a few things, and you'll see something like that manifest. So yeah, absolutely. Yes. Okay. Julianne, thank you. I do get your message and received it. Well, I've got all kinds of devices. An internet fiber is coming in, I think tomorrow or something. So I'm stoked. So now I can use my broadcasting equipment with mics and headsets and my iMac and everything else. Cindy, it is like taking off, and I'm very happy. And Julian, when he wanted to join the network, he knew how we are about being as one as in family. And Angela knows this because she's been with us for quite a while. Mm-hmm. And we don't take things lightly, but if you are part of the family, that's something big. And we take pride in what we do, in our character, in our morals, whether you're on the show or off the show. Angela has seen people come and go, and she kind of knows insight, what happens. We don't broadcast it, but we have rules and regulations, and we just want to be, above and apart everybody. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that. All right, so who we got here? Rosemary. Welcome, Rosemary. So I got my other camera on so you can see what I'm kind of doing a little bit. So Rosemary, nice. Yeah, I always had other cameras in my studio set up because each computer system has an extra camera attached to it. And I used that when we had all the paranormal activity in the studio, dolls jumping off my desk, backdrops being knocked down, stuff flying. And at first, people that didn't know me were like, oh, man, this guy is a good content creator. And he's so good with, I wonder how he makes that doll move. But ladies and gentlemen, the doll moves on its own, or the doll. So anyways, all right, Rosemary. So let me go to a different screen here. So how have you been, Rosemary? So right off the bat, I don't know if this is you or if it's me not having caffeine, but I got a little nausea when I clicked on you. So is everything okay? Give me some feedback on that as I'm shuffling, because the cards are not ready. But homemade kombucha tea, interesting. But yeah, what's going on, Rosemary? All right, she hasn't responded yet. But so I tell you, I love mushrooms. I cannot ever get enough mushrooms.
Oh, mushrooms are amazing. I got a mushroom tea. That's a coffee substitute. So if I want a lot of caffeine, I could just mix it with a lot of coffee. Or if I don't want a lot of caffeine, I just cut back on the coffee, put more mushroom tea in there.
Oh, that's
Really
right.
good.
Rosemary just said, Angela, she's recuperating. She was in the hospital. Yes, actually, I do remember that now because somebody on one of our shows asked for prayers and told everybody and myself on the show. So yes. So hello, Jason. But okay. So the first card I got is the Wheel of Fortune. And it's interesting that we talk about Wheel of Fortune because it brings many things. You had Virgo. Yes. Trust me. I don't want that. But it also talks about good luck, karma, and life cycles, right? And I see things changing. Not only for your health wise, I'm not a PhD, MD, or claim to know anything about medicine, and I don't practice medicine, but I have to say that. But when you get that, it also talks about a turning point in which my favorite word is destiny. A lot of people do not understand what destiny is. I do. I believe in destiny. I believe in fate. If you don't, that's fine. You have not been to a turning point in your life to understand that and grasp that and wholeheartedly wrap around yourself. The next card you actually got is the death card. Anytime you get a death card involved, it's not as bad as what people think. It's not about what you see. But if you look at the picture of it, right, the picture of the card, it talks about new beginnings, change, transformation. And I think this suits you pretty well because of what you've been through element wise, but also what is to come to you in the near future. It seems like something's in the works, but when I try to tap into it, it gets distorted. So I don't know if you're holding back on something you want to do or something you're working on. Yeah, a little twist, a new beginning. Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in that. The next card I got is the Lover's card. Rosemary, shut the front door. Let's talk about this. Why would you get the Lover's card? So with you, it's talking about not only love, but it's also talking about a union in relationships. So when people get the Lover's card, it does not necessarily have to be romance. It can be relationships and unity with friendships, maybe broken family issues or relationships with family members. So that's something we need to talk about and think about because it seems like there's some things that you should probably do to make amends with people, regardless if it's your issue or not. I'm looking for love in all the right places. But I do see, and I'm just going to do this for giggles. And that's what I thought. And I just pulled the magician card out of nowhere. I'm not a magician by any means, but you can actually manifest what you want, and you have the actual power to do so. When you see that, you see the cup, you see the pinnacle, and you see the sword. These are some major arcana cards, right? And it talks about how things are at your fingertips, but you have to choose. And everybody laughs. Hey, Curtis, when I say this, because Anne always asks me, is that a Kentucky thing? Shut the front door. If you're going to go fishing, you have to actually use a worm to catch something or artificial bait to attract fish to bite, right? So it's very important to do that. And you must do that to secure what you want. But I will say this. Do not close out the people that you do not think is possible when it is possible. I don't know why I was telling you that. I was told to tell you that. So Amy says, I have a pretty cool magician card trick. Learned as a kid, abracadabra, you're going to disappear. So think about that. It's very special, and you need to pursue that happiness. But you can, oh, thank you so much. I didn't know if you got my message. But I don't know what you stand on that, but you need to look forward to that and grab that and embrace it. So that's very important. Welcome, Standing Stones, to the show. Angela, what are you getting?
All right, so I'm drawing for Rosemary.
I love this.
Okay, so first rune that I get for you, this is Algae. So Algae is the rune of sanctuary, healing, protection, and I'm just getting an image of setting up your a room as a personal sanctuary for yourself, making it quiet, making it comfortable, especially the bedroom area, and just making it feel as healing as possible, and just surrounding yourself with soft things and things that you like, things that bring you comfort. And to set this room, somebody to set strong boundaries while you recoup, to allow yourself to recoup in privacy. I thought privacy is a big issue with that rune, saying, you need your privacy. This is your time to recoup. The next rune I get is Nadi. So Nadi is the rune of love. It's also need. It's the need fire. I'm feeling a love connection off of this rune. So it's emphasizing a love fire. So that could be, somebody supporting you, somebody caring for you, an ignition of love. So like the love fire being ignited in your life, bringing that healing, that comfort to you, that support to you. That next rune I got is Sowilo. Sowilo is the sun. It also represents success. And with this rune, the impression that this rune is giving me is that healing, like healing is coming. At first, it seems like it's delayed, but it happens rapidly. So you set up your sanctuary, this love embraces you, and then all of a sudden you find yourself that not only you're turning a quarter, but you're making rapid progress in your healing and your recovery, more than you ever expected. That's what I'm getting off of the runes for you.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you just said. Rosemary, Godspeed. Hopefully it brings you some peace and comfort. But you got beautiful things to come. You just got some turbulent waters. So, all right, next up, Julie Ann. All right, Julie Ann, let me hit a couple of buttons here and reconstrue. I'm making up my own words here. And so, Julie Ann, don't forget your stuff. I got your message. Ladies and gentlemen, Julie Ann will be live tomorrow on one of her shows tomorrow at 7 p.m. Hey, Kay. Welcome to the show. All right, here. Let's see what we have coming up here. Oh, you're welcome, Rosemary. Absolutely, dear. So, absolutely. All right. Julianne, it seems like your energy is great. A little sporadic because you're spreading yourself thin, but let's see what the cards say. Wow, that just kind of, did y'all see that card jump out of the deck?
Yes.
I missed that. That was pretty wild. So the first thing you got is the Ten of Cups. When we talk about the Ten of Cups, we talked about, so you can look at it. Look at the colors. Look at what is being portrayed. And so when I read cards, I know the meanings of the cards by who wrote them. However, the cards also have meanings compared to your energy and also connected to your spirit guides. And that makes a difference. So it looks like just by this card that things are coming into alignment with you and starting to, when I say alignment, I'm talking not only spiritual, mental. It looks like also I'm getting money. And it's weird because they don't mean not one hand, but two hands. I don't know what two hands to one hand means to you. However it be, there it is. So whatever you're working on, continue to work on, stay focused, and it is going to prosper. Abundance, my cup runneth over. It's right, a little twisted. So absolutely. The next card I've got is, ooh. So when I see this card, right, a lot of people is like, oh, look, it's so somber and dark and everything. But in the reverse mode, when you talk about moving on and everything and dealing with things appropriately to, and she brought me some aspirins and stuff. I told you I was getting a caffeine headache. Thank you so much. So, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But we need to look at that and think about stuff and direction you're heading to. And because it's very important. You got a lot of that card did you just see that card jump?
Yes.
Did y'all see that on camera?
Yes.
And you don't think I'll make this stuff up. I did not touch that deck and that card jumped up. So the strength card. Well, I think we talked about this with you when it comes to the strength, and that's what it looks like. You have the power to take control. There's the strength card. That's what I'm holding my hand, Julianne. That's what jumped out of the deck. I cannot make this up. Do we have any strings? No strings. So I don't know how it did it, but yes. But you need to remember yourself about that and focus on that, because at this point of your life, Julianne, you are making things happen. And I actually not only offered you to spy on one of our shows, but I think there's potential for you to join the network and prosper as well. So I want you to think about that and see how that feels to you. Angela, what are you coming up with?
All right. Let me go ahead and get the runes and see what the runes say. With the energy. So the first rune I get, this is Yara. So this is the rune of harvest, prosperity coming in. It really feels like I just see this. I just have this picture of this wheel with money rolling in on it, sort of like a wagon wheel, and it's just pulling in money instead of water, like the water wheel for a mill. It's just raking in the money. The next rune I have here is Gabo. So Gabo is the rune of gift. This is the rune of trust, partnership. And you see there's a give, it takes two energies there. That's what that represents. What I'm getting off this rune is gratitude. So the rune is saying that this prosperity comes directly from heaven. Heaven made it happen. And it's a call for you to be grateful for it, to humble yourself and be grateful for what you've been given and appreciate that gift, and to humble yourself before heaven and offer your service in exchange to heaven out of gratitude. The next rune I got is Rytho. So Rytho is the rune of honor, right action, right choices. It's a journey. It's a journey of the sun. What I'm getting off of this rune for you is like there is a journey of the sun, like literally like a darkness has passed and now you're in the light and you're moving forward in your life in the light with honor in your heart. I do see some clouds over your heart. This is just some darkness, some grief that has yet to be overcome, that feels like it's with you, but it feels like those clouds are parting and this beautiful light is shining through and will continue to shine through until you're completely feeling whole and a new person with a new heart. It's the impression that I'm getting off of this rune for. It's a very positive, very uplifting.
I know, I'm trying to think of that. Yeah, Angela, you're spot on. And Amy, what is Mountain Man? I mean, I'm thinking of Mountain Man, the movie or the series. Angela, everybody is making a lot of great comments about how you are and everything. Angela says, Julianne says, thank you, Angela. Outstanding. Yeah, and somebody just made a comment that they look forward to your show every Monday. So
awesome. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Next up, Liana, my lovely dear Liana. How you doing? Oh, shut the front door, right?
I'm so sorry. I thought we were muted. I was talking about the dog.
She's talking about the dogs. And people are like, how that car jump? The car does not have conscious. Ladies and gentlemen, everything has a conscious, whether it's alive or dead. Atoms and neutrons and protons move. I know, Penny Man.
That's why me and my car always have a talk on before I go out on the trip. I have a discussion with my car, like you're gonna make it, and we're gonna make this smooth, okay?
All right, Liana. Sorry, Liana. Liana, I love your energy. It's always interesting. I can't even shuffle right now. No.
Shush.
All right, Liana. And so it seems like your weekend was so-so. So what happened this weekend? So, yeah, do you feel better? You better believe I feel better. I mean, I was on my deathbed. I mean, have you all not seen the movie Misery? I mean, I had to check the couch and make sure there was not change there. I mean, when I was in the hospital, I asked the doctor to do a detox to make sure it wasn't poison. Anyways, Penny Van, she says, I'm taking bets how long as a couple it would take before on starts getting Grizz a little melon slaps. Melon? Oh, what the hell? What's wrong with you? I can't believe she did that.
Those giant hands that we used to have for the stadium, when you would sit in the stadium with these giant hands, you just slap one of those. And...
What the hell? Damn, Penny Man, why are you laughing? I mean, don't give her no damn ideas. Dang.
Tell me ideas, you know.
Anyways, Liana, don't give me a melon slap. All right, kid's birthday party. There's Amy. We lost Grizzly again. Smack squirrel. Penny Man, don't put images in my head. You're not putting images in my head. Geez, like, Penny, you set Grizzly up for abuse. What the hell? That was not a love tap either. It was like, I mean, it made me jar my head. Anyway. Y'all cracked me up. All right, Leon. So you had a birthday party in work, but it did bust my phone today. Oh, that is so terrible. And you didn't have insurance because you're like me. I'm not paying that crap. You know, I used to break phones all the time on the police department from struggles and fights, getting in and out of the cars, the vehicles and stuff. Y'all awful. Don't give her no damn ideas. Shame on you. But that's terrible because phones are so expensive. I mean, an average phone now is like $1,000 or more. It's crazy. So, Leon, let's see what we have here. All right. So the Ace of Pentacles, and this in reverse. You cannot make this stuff up. And lost opportunities and a phone, lost money. Anyways. I would be definitely asking you about that card since you already told me what happened. I'm sorry to hear that. The next one is the, what is that, a Ten of Swords? And Nine of Swords. Yes, thank you. And what's weird is because before I even touch the card, I do want to talk about your dream state. So explain that to me. What's going on with there? She, no, if I used to fart spray on her, she would get sick. She would probably kill me. Ooh, she loves her Jeep a lot, but I'm not that crazy because she would push me out on the highway and just leave me. Mm-hmm. Penny Man, I can't click on you no more. So Liana, what's going on with your dream state? Because I'm showing like a cluster of dreams. You know, when I see the dreams, they're happy, they're mixed, they're sad. But there's also some resentment I'm picking up on. So explain that to me, please. Dan, y'all not giving her no more ideas, please. So, honestly, I remember dreams. I close my eyes and then open in the morning. So maybe this is an opportunity for you to start a dream journal. I know I talk about it a lot to people. But maybe you need to see, because it seems like your dreams are sporadic, and it's a mixture. Now, sometimes they can be involved in what you eat, what you watch before you go to bed, and so forth. Yeah, my dreams I can usually remember, but throughout the day I forget them. So just keep that in mind. The Ace and Wands. When we talk about that with your energy, right? What have you been putting off in some fashion, but then you work on it, you put it off, and you go back to it. So I see you doing things with multitasking, but not finishing them. Is this true or not? Yeah, a little twist. I agree. Write it down before you get up. That's why you keep the dream journal next to your bed, just to document it. You can do shorthand. You don't have to write a book, but you'll see a trend. And once you see a trend, let us know, and we'll get people that can interpret your dreams and give you some insight on them. So, all right, I'm going to draw one more. She's typing. Let's see here. So, with you again, we also see tension and other stuff. I thought we was working on that before. Huge problem in my life. I hate being a procrastinator. Every day. And so it's hard, because that's human instinct, right? We don't want to do things. We want to get, however it may be. What I do is I will say, this is what needs to get done, and this is what needs to be completed, and this is what we need to work on, and ask her. I do, right? And I would get up in the morning and I'd be like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to knock this out, knock that out. And she's just like, what the heck? What are you doing?
Where's my coffee?
Yeah, coffee. So stop and think about that, because it's much easier to write stuff down, and when you look at it, to give you some insight of what needs to be done. I'm not saying I'm not a procrastinator. I am in certain ways. But I'm seeing the clouds part. And when the clouds part in the sky, that's happiness, and that's stuff that is going to come to fruition and manifest. But I think also the way you do things is kind of like sucking your energy back a little bit. Just think of it this way. People do not like to go to the gym. People do not like to work out. But once you get on a regiment, does that not change? Do you not look forward to go to the gym? Do you not have energy to go back to the gym? So this is what we're talking about with things in life that can spill over to other cups. So Penny Van, I'm not clicking on your name no more. You're bad. Yeah, but I'm disappointed and stressed out because I'm trying, but then again, not really trying. Yeah, no, I do. That's what I'm saying. This is human behavior. It's human instinct. This happens to us. But you have to take the reins and saying, if I don't do it today, it's going to be here tomorrow. And what happens is, in life, we look at certain circumstances and instances in our life, and before you know it, you're going to be covered because you didn't do this yesterday or the day before. Now you put it off 2 days or next week, and then other things are going to come to you. And this is where you're going to feel overwhelmed and stressed out. The anxiety is going to inflame, and it's going to cause other stuff and strife within your life. So yeah, I'm not trying to be right. I'm just trying to give you some suggestions and some insight, because it's much easier if we try that. Just give it a shot and try it, see if it works. Angela, what do you have?
All right. Yeah. First room I get. This is Nadi. So this is the rune. This is the need fire. This is emergency. This rune is telling me that you're putting things off that urgently need to get done. Get those done first. Make it a priority to get it done. Get it done. Just get it over with. That's what the impression that I'm getting. Like, it's essential to get these done. Nice. Because this rune is telling me, in order for you to move on, you have to get these projects done. Whatever these tasks are that you are putting off, say, Pure World's like, get them done. The next rune I got is Algae. So Algae is the rune of sanctuary. And you see the three polarities of energy, positive, negative, and neutral there as well, coming into one. And so this rune is telling me that there is a fountain of energy that is waiting to blossom in your life, to come forward, all these energies and working in harmony together to make your life harmonious. But you're holding it back when you hold these other things back, when you're procrastinating, you putting what has to be done off. This energy can't come forward for you. And I'm literally getting the image of like the world tree coming up and blooming in your life, and like literally coming up and maturing very quickly. So once you get those things done, things are going to move forward in a positive direction very, very quickly. That's what this rune is telling me. The next rune I'm getting for you, this is Feiyu. So Feiyu is wealth, it's disposable income, it's the cow. Basically, it's what we get the originally in Old English we called cows fey. And so this rune is telling me, because I keep seeing a cow, like an actual cow with this, but it's telling me that there's a spirit animal that's really is a cow that's trying to come forward to you to kind of help you set yourself up for money management and prosperity. And remember, cattle was a source of income before we had coins, before we had a currency. Cattle was her income because cattle can produce milk. You can sell cows. You can sell cows for their meat. You trade them back and forth. That was the original currency, was cattle. And I keep seeing an animal, a spirit animal, a cow coming forward to you and saying, I can help you. I can help you be more prosperous. But for that spirit animal to come forward and for the spirit world to start helping you, you first have to help yourself and find that discipline to get those things you've been putting off, to get those done.
Interesting. I cannot disagree with you and anything else what you said, because a lot of people don't realize back in the Civil War area, right, that time frame, there was a lot of family strife when it came to hogs and pigs. People will steal pigs from other farmers because of their meat, the pulled pork, the bacon. So stop and think about that. Liana, no, absolutely. She's thanking you, Angela. It's very encouraging to hear that from you. And Liana says, sometimes we just need a little words of encouragement. However, when I do my cards, whatever the cards say, I will tell you. And I think y'all know that. I want to give a special welcome to Nicole. She is a first-time viewer, and so nice to have you. And Nicole, I didn't know if you want a reading or not. I did put you in line just in case. So if you are, stick around, and we'll go over that. Angela, Jason would like you to discuss his possibilities in future. So it's all you.
All right, Jason. Jason is particularly drawn to these set of runes here. So the first rune I have, this is Yara. So this is the rune of harvest. What I'm seeing with this rune, when I pull this rune for you, I see you working and striving very, very hard. And it feels like for you that nothing is making any sort of progress towards any type of goal. But this rune is telling me that the hard work that you are putting in, yes, it's coming around. So I'm actually seeing luck changing in your favor. Things are going to move in your favor. The spirit world have seen all your hard work, all of your intentions, everything, and I know it feels like you're not going anywhere. It's like a hard-working hamster on a hamster wheel right now. But it's going to change in your favor. You're going to see a lot moving in your direction. I see a lot of opportunity moving in your direction. I see a lot of things feeling easier for you, things getting easier for you. More opportunity, more personal time, more better work-life balance coming for you. The next rune I got for you, this is I was. So I was is death and regeneration. And what I'm getting here for this rune is specifically regeneration. You're going to have that experience of resting and recouping from all that hard work that you put in, from all that lack of progress, everything that just seemed like it was going nowhere, you'll finally get to rest from that. And you can actually recoup and enjoy and have that peace and have that tranquility come over you, because you're going to be giving that time of rest. Like literally the spirit world is changing your reality to alter that, to give you that rest of spirit. So the next room I have for you, this is Feiyu. Looking at Feiyu again. So this is money, disposable income, wealth. What this rune is telling me, that there's some sort of influx of money coming in, enough to allow you to have rest, to have time off, and then rethink what you'd rather be doing, and then build your life towards that direction, what you'd rather be doing as opposed to what you have to do. So I see a very positive message from the runes for you as far as your future.
No, spot on, Angela. It's interesting because as you speak, I see things and it's confirmation. So it's wonderful. Dirt Road, I did get your message. I'll get you somehow connected with Ane. Other than that, I couldn't tell you, but we'll get you fixed up somehow. Good night, Dirt Road. All right. So Nicole, welcome to the show. Very interesting energy. You're very spontaneous, a little wet behind the ears sometimes, but you jump in feet first. Interesting. So do me a favor, Nicole, take a couple of breaths so I can try to pick up a little more on you. It seems like you're real excited. If you have a pen and paper, grab it real quick as I try to do my same. And you may want to take a few notes, because if it doesn't resonate with you, you can always go back and look at it, okay? So Nicole, I'm not going to draw a card or anything first. Let's talk about your younger days. I do see some of the decisions you have made, and it seems like you still think about those in everyday life. And however that may be, you got to understand that yesterday is closed and tomorrow's a new day. So whatever was done in the past, you cannot change or alter. So that's sealed. Only thing we can do with that is to heal and amend and move forward. Do you agree or disagree with that? Welcome, Christy Cook. So it's very interesting. So the Empress card, right? Oh, right. Now, when I see the Empress card, think about what that means. So I won't air too much out, Nicole. I'm just going to tell you what I pick up on. And if I get a personal lock, that means it's personal. But when you talk about the Empress card, we talk about fertility. We talk about beauty and nature. And nature always rings a bell with me. And it's also significant with you because you are not with nature. You have not been with nature in some time. And why is that? Oh, you're welcome, Jason. Why is that? Are you not grounding yourself? Are you not meditating? Meditation comes in several different forms and fashion. It's not like you're sitting in a yoga position, whatever. Now that floats your boat, then do it. But we need to move on from that. And it's very understandable. With you in your mid-20s, what happened in your mid-20s? I see a significant trauma. A lot of teenagers don't get out that much. So this is confirmation you need to go back out and do it. Now, a lot of people laugh at me. I cannot do it here because there's rocks and dirt and scorpions and killer toads. If you touch, you die. I never heard of such. But I tell people, Nicole, go out in nature, take off your socks and shoes, and plant your feet in the grass. Feel that. Hug a tree. A tree is grounded to the earth, and I think it cleanses us. But I'm also being told that you need to go back to your roots. Now, when it says roots, that's something significant. So what is your roots, Nicole? Explain that to me. Very interesting. Is there ethnic background or family history into your roots? All right. While she's typing, the High Priestess card. The High Priestess card is very significant to me. I mean, look at her. She is in full control. However, in your life, you are not actually in full control. and we need to do things a little differently. The river, I love being out in the lake with my granddad. Is your granddad here, or has he crossed? There's a reason I'm asking this, because I'm seeing fishing, I'm seeing the sun beating down on your face, and I'm seeing great memories. So usually when I see that, I don't know if they're here or they have crossed over, or is this something that you're reminiscent about? Oh, I totally agree, Angela. Okay, we love to fish. Let me ask you this, Nicole. It seems like he is trying to give you signs that he's in your life, but you're not seeing that. Have you noticed some fragrances that you smelled? Or recently, I'm seeing an image of a shadow figure coming out of the corner of your eye down the hallway to one of the bedrooms. Is this, oh, really? Is this fishing buddy? Okay. Do you see this in where you live right now, out of the corner of your eye, like a shadow person going down the hallway into a room? Because I think it happened and you're kind of like, haven't seen anything like that. Have you seen things in one place and it's not been there when you go back, like car keys? For some reason, I'm seeing makeup. Do you use a lot of makeup or wear makeup to where it was here to your left and it's not there, it's to your right? If anything like that happens? Let me go back to the comments here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what I just hit, but the screen got smaller. So bear with me. Uh-oh, there we go. No, I don't wear makeup. Okay. But Angela, what are you getting?
All right. Now, I was the same thing. So I keep getting your grandfather coming through very, very strongly.
She just said Angela, but she's noticed things being moved. The only reason I know that it's happened is that he's trying to acknowledge that he's around. Have you been going through like a tough period recently? Usually when they do that is to give you some comfort. So I just wanted to know that. And sorry, Angela, for interrupting you. I apologize.
That's all right. I keep seeing him with gold light around him. He's been coming through. He's been trying to reach you in your dreams. He's been trying to show himself to you. But it's like there is grief there, there's sorrow there that's blocking his ability to reach you and to communicate with you. And that's why you're not consciously noticing things because there is still grief there that has to be worked out so that you can be more open to spirit and more open to healing so that he can come through. You know?
Angela, she said she just lost her uncle a few months ago as well.
Let's see. Okay. Let's see if they'll reach out to me while I'm reading you. So the first rune I get for you, this is I was. So I was is death and regeneration. What I'm getting here is that I feel that you're stuck, emotionally stuck. Like there is grief there that you haven't addressed yet, that you're not consciously aware of there. It's just been there for so long that you don't even know that it's there, that it's holding you up. And I keep seeing your grandfather trying to reach out to you in regards to this to let this go. So this rune is a saying that this is a call to let that go, allow yourself to express that grief. It's a kind of grief that it's hard to get to. It's one where you've repressed for so long, it's hard to express it. So it may require something like meditation or art or images or something like that, something creative, something that goes deep. Even self-hypnosis might be able to help you, or dream, like literally writing a dream journal and just feeling the emotions in your dreams, working that out through your dreams. Your grandfather is speaking out this. He says, talk to me, talk to me. He is asking you to talk to him. So when you're at home or when you're alone, just talk out loud because he is alive. He's just not in a body anymore. He's asking you to talk to him. He says, let it out. Let me hear what you have to say. Tell me how you feel. He's very keen on that. He says, I'm checking on you, kid. I'm checking on your kid. I keep hearing that from him. I'm checking on you. I'm checking on you, kid. So he is definitely looking out for you. He feels the pain in your heart, and that's what he's trying to reach to help you. The next rune I have is Burkana. So Burkana, this is a very protective rune. It's a rune of comfort. Whenever I see this rune, it's supposed to represent the goddess, the protecting goddess, Burkana, and it's symbolized by the evergreen. And people would honor Burkana, and they still do, and they don't know why they do it. They're actually honoring this goddess when they put a pine tree or evergreen tree at the apex of a house. When the house is framed in, they put it up on the apex of the roof, or the roof's framed in. That's asking Burkana's blessing upon that home. In this case, I feel like, again, I feel that stuck energy, but there's love waiting for you to be felt and to be let go. And it feels very refreshing. Once you get this grief unstuck and move forward, you will feel refreshed. You will feel revitalized. You don't realize how tired it's making you. When you let this go, your energy will come back.
Sorry, go ahead.
The next rune I have is Dagaz. So Dagaz is the rune of enlightenment and awareness. And I feel like when you let this grief go, you're going to be have a more spiritual life, more healing, more holistic experience, one of enlightenment, meaning that you see much more clearly, you feel better, you perceive things better, and you feel unburdened. You have this clarity and this sense of purpose that you didn't have before. So I would encourage you, if you want to reach out to a counselor, I'm not discouraging that. I'm not a psychologist, but I can definitely feel that stuck pain in there that needs to come out that you've been living with for way too long.
Love Twisted says she loved A Course on Runes. And Nicole said, yes, he always did. And she's confirming some of your statements. So, yeah, absolutely. Angela, reach out to Angela. I'll throw up her information at the bottom of the screen. You can contact her. Welcome, Christy, to the show. Christy, are you still here? I don't know if you're still in her chat. Oh, you're welcome, Nicole. She says, thank you, Angela.
You're welcome.
Let's see if Christy is here. It's a new viewer. She was saying hello, and she just joined a few minutes ago. Christy, are you still here? I don't think she is. So, Angela, before we wrap up here, we were talking about some of the things that you do with your paintings. Can you explain that to the viewers?
Yeah, so what I do, I pick up your spirit guides, and I actually paint portraits of your spirit guides and relay their messages as I'm painting them. I will also paint what they want you to see, because they will not only communicate in words, but they will sometimes communicate in symbols and use these imagery, the symbolism, to communicate the direction that they're trying to show you to go in for your best and highest good. And of course, I do paranormal investigation. And when I do my readings, I'm often at different locations. Sometimes, I'm at a psychic fair, or I'm at the Anchorage Mansion. But I typically stay in Ohio. But I can do spirit portrait and readings and pick up on your spirit guide just from a photograph of you. And you can always email me a photograph. And of course, I do have to charge for the paintings, because it costs money for those supplies, and it costs time. And I have a professional training as an artist as well. So I do have to charge for that. But if you come in person, it's not as much, because it takes about 15 or 20 minutes of your time to sit down with me for a private reading. And I could do one in about 15 or 20 minutes. If you want something more elaborate, that will take more time, where I'm incorporating as much information as I can from as many as your guides as possible. That's a little bit more, but it's more detailed. It's an acrylic, and it's going to be on a canvas that you can hang in your home and can ship to you. And of course, I do rune readings along with that. So I actually do a lot of work, and I do a lot of energy work as well. I do a lot of Reiki work as well.
Yeah, you're outstanding. If not, you would be an outlaw, right? I
Absolutely.
wanted to thank you, Angela, for your beautiful spiritual meetings to people, and always adore listening to you. You're such a wealth of knowledge and inspiration, and I really appreciate you being that with us on our platform and being a family member. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, coast to coast around the world, we are global, 37 countries, and we are growing. We're going to expand that. But once again, if you want stuff, runes and readings, and learn how to read runes, reach out to Angela. She's very personable. She's open. She's a pleasure to speak with. So take advantage of that. But from coast to coast, around the world, everybody, we'll catch you tomorrow on tomorrow's show. Thanks, Angela. Good night, everybody. You. Godspeed. Bye-bye.